We
Before we
love
get to
hip
this
hop.
full segment of the Breakfast Club, I want to ask you guys, when's the last time you guys peeped something from the Breakfast Club?
Can't even remember.
And is it pre-Netflix or before or after that, post-Netflix?
I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I mean, I'd see them in passing, but I stopped watching actively when Angela Yee left. I don't know why. It wasn't like I was tuning in for her.
Yeah.
But I feel like there was just a lot of shift in the dynamic. And if I want to see Charlemagne, which was the main draw of the Breakfast Club,
Brilliant Idiots.
Yeah, I'll watch Brilliant Idiots.
Facts, me too.
So yeah, man, it was definitely pre-Netflix.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of the same. I was like kind of weaning off after, and no diss, but when what's her name, Jess Hilarious got the hosting job, I started kind of getting annoyed. So I don't know, I kind of started tuning out a little bit. So when they made the move to Netflix, I wasn't like, whoa. What about you, Natural?
I've been stopped watching them probably like before COVID.
Oh yeah, you've mentioned before when you stopped watching it. What year was that again?
I don't remember exactly, but
like 2018, no, or 2016?
Yeah, probably around there, like maybe 2018, 2019. Because more so, like once I tapped into the Joe Budden podcast, I kind of didn't need, because at first I would watch all of Hot 97 interviews, then I'd watch the Breakfast Club interviews, but then it just got too commercial for me. But regardless, I don't see them anymore on my For You.
Right. So we had a conversation a few months ago, not that long ago, but a couple of months ago when everybody was making the move to Netflix, right? Breakfast Club, New Orient Mall. I listen to them regularly and they talk about, hey, I'm on Netflix now, but I still go on YouTube and I see long form clips from them on YouTube. Who else went over there? Joe and Jada. A multitude of podcast platforms have gone over to Netflix now. And I've been meaning to ask you guys, how did that work out for everybody?
Killed their momentum, bro.
Right? It's more like just us speculating. It's one thing, but like Just Hilarious, and I'll play the clip now, is actually complaining about this shit. And actually, before I play the clip, they were doing little things like going on there at the end of the small clips that they have on YouTube. They'll put like a 4-minute, 3-minute clip on YouTube. Barely anything, bro. And at the end of the clip, they're like, come over to our Netflix and da-da-da-da. So they're like, they started adding that after the fact because they started realizing, our audience starting to wean. So I'll play this clip over here. And salute to Just Hilarious.
Been on Netflix, man. I ain't gonna lie, yo, since Breakfast Club been on Netflix, man, our engagement, our people be, all the fans that we built up over time, well, that they built up, I just got here.
We love hip hop.
That they built up over time on YouTube, oh my God, they feel neglected because Netflix was like, nope, we want all of it.
We love
hip hop. Have no other social media presence.
Nope.
None. So now we gotta find other content to do that can go on our other platforms. But it's okay because Just Hilarious got that in a bag, shorty. So make sure y'all tune into Just's Thoughts. I started doing a segment where I ain't gonna lie, yo.
All right. So she's complaining. She's like, the rest of them are not going to complain out loud like that, but like she's a little bit more of a rebel.
Well, good for her for being honest. And it's probably true because I think for a lot of these shows, they were still primarily audio driven.
Yep.
So I'm sure that their listening audience is still consistent. Like they'll either tune in on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Or in real time in the car when the radio show's playing. Yeah.
Right? But asking people to watch a podcast on Netflix, I don't know why, but it seems like a big ask. Like I feel like YouTube has made itself like the premier visual space for podcasts. And Netflix is just trying to like enter the market and just take over, but that's not how consumers work. I can watch something on YouTube while driving, like play in the background. I'm not going to open up Netflix unless like it's a dedicated watching session,
Yeah.
And the thing is, because there's a Spotify, there's an Apple, there's Deezer, like there's so many places you can listen to the audio. I feel like because YouTube was the one place you could watch, there would be huge numbers and they probably were making, good bread from that because like to watch it, everyone's all in this one place, but to listen, you could go all these other places, So there's this one podcast that I would watch called Murder with My Husband. It's like a true crime podcast. And the other day, I'm like, yo, I haven't seen these niggas on my shit. Like, where they at? So I looked up their thing,
Mm,
and then they were a part of this whole bundle as well.
the migration.
So I'm like, fuck, like that's why I haven't been seeing their shit. So
Yeah.
me as a consumer, I feel she's right. I feel neglected because I'm like, I don't even like. I have access to someone's Netflix, but I don't go on Netflix, bro. I have Apple and I have fucking Crave.
Yeah.
You know, so like, yeah. It's
And
annoying.
a couple of things, even like with Spotify, if it was like everybody, like if you migrated or just got exclusively put on Spotify, like how Joe Rogan and a few other people are, you still have the Spotify video, the Spotify interface, and like the app. Like it's very user friendly. You can
Yeah.
close the app. It doesn't have that much ads, and I'm not advertising for Spotify. Trust me, I'm not. Okay, but it doesn't have as much ads as when you're listening to a podcast as when you're trying to listen to music.
Yeah.
You might get like 3-4 ads tops, like in a whole like 2-hour podcast. So it's a little bit more, and there's a comment section, right?
Mhm.
On Spotify. But this is also my second point. The main reason why a lot of audiences will wean off and not be on Netflix. Okay. One, the interface on Netflix is really bad. You just mentioned you can't just run the app and close it and just have it running in the background. They got to figure that out. And they need to put a comment section because people like to interact in the comment section.
The fact that they don't have a comment section is detrimental.
Yes.
Especially for podcasts.
Yes. Yes. Like, bro, YouTube, one of the main things about YouTube is the community that people are able to build. Right now, there's people who get to link with each other in a live chat on this live stream or the premiere of this right now, where like they see each other every time they're live streaming. We're doing the We Love Hip Hop thing. You know what I'm saying? That's gone if you're on Netflix, bro.
I mostly feel bad for Joe and Jada because they were really building up steam. Like I was seeing clips of their show all the like. I was intentionally not watching their show, but I was seeing so many clips where I actually started watching it and I was vibing with it.
Yeah.
Because I thought, I'm just like, oh, 2 more rappers on a podcast. Who wants to hear this shit?
Yeah.
But they were actually good. They had good chemistry and stuff, you know? So it's just kind of unfortunate that I guess their trajectory kind of got halted due to like the overseer.
Yeah, it is and it isn't, because I'm sure they got a big bag. So they're just like,
Did they
whatever.
though? Okay, if you're already in a contract and the contract says we own what you guys are doing, if another company says, hey, we're paying you, are they gonna pay down the creators?
No, like you're gonna still get your salary before the same salary you got before we sold this to Netflix.
You might get a little boost. That's it.
Maybe a little extra bonus.
Yeah. Well, I heard, and this is from Ebro and Lauren and Rosenberg show, right? Which actually stepped their game up. So salute to them.
They listen to you.
Right? Okay. Air horns for them. That $1 billion went to iHeart for a lot of their IP. So a lot of those iHeart podcasts and stuff like that, they got like $1 billion deal out of which Charlamagne got that 20 million.
And like, but because Charlamagne owned shows.
Yeah,
you know,
he has
so,
the Black Effect Network.
Yeah, so Charlamagne was able. So maybe Charlamagne broke off some of his people.
Or sorry, not 20 million, 200 million. My bad.
Yeah. So maybe Charlamagne broke off some of his people. But okay, let's say you get $1 billion, you own this company or whatever. You're migrating 100 podcasts over. How much are you breaking off these niggas out of your $1 billion?
Yeah. Like the ones that were barely even getting any love really anyway. But Charlamagne just shows them love because he's a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Like the shows that are under his network, like Salute to Glasses and different guys like that, but like they weren't going crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of Netflix's thinking behind getting these podcasts. Because think about it. You're either going to consume a podcast like audio-wise, or if you're watching it, you're either watching it on your phone, but usually maybe on a laptop, or you're projecting it onto a TV, right? A lot of people who are watching this right now, it's on their TV.
Yes.
But usually it's through YouTube. So maybe Netflix thought, okay, well, people have watched it on their TV. Maybe they'll open up Netflix because Netflix, we're like made for TV realistically.
Yeah.
And they'll watch it through Netflix. But I think it's just too much of an ask. And
yeah, I think Netflix is trying to impede on YouTube space, because YouTube was able to impede on the streaming space.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they don't have the biggest market share, but they were able to make their mark in that space. There was like YouTube movies and TV shows, which is still active now. So YouTube was able to enter all these guys' markets and shit. and they weren't really kind of able to like chink YouTube's armor or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think this is Netflix trying to just like put money into kind of devaluing YouTube a little bit.
Yeah, because they're trying live streams. They've live streamed events like comedy shows and stuff like that. So they're trying, and boxing events and stuff. So they're trying a lot.
Well, they have the creation or content creation down, but YouTube is still very pro user in the sense where, as you know, you have a channel that is monetized, right? So you have a little more control over looking at the analytics, looking at how the engagement is, where the engagement is, future video ideas, how to go live and all this stuff. Netflix is not that. Netflix is literally like the big rich monster that just wants to own everything.
Yeah, and there's one last thing that really makes Netflix not as appetizing for podcasts to go to: clip factor. Ain't nobody going to Netflix, and it's not even that easy. You can't screen record Netflix; it goes black, right? Ain't nobody going to Netflix to go and grab your clips. If they're not on YouTube or on Twitter, then forget about it.
If Netflix were to come up with shorts that promote their movies, that could be a good way to kind of funnel some of that audience from YouTube
take
or
some
TikTok.
of their copyright off. Like, don't make it so hard that if somebody wants to like take some of their content and then reuse it or share it somewhere else, that it'll get striked and shit.
I think Netflix is trying to do that because Netflix, they did have like for comedians, like 30 seconds of blah, 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 a minute of this, but they're posting it on YouTube. And like as a company, to have to utilize your ops, you know, like imagine like, hey, you run this conglomerate, but you have to link your ops every day to like, you know what I mean? It's like, bro, like, nah, I need to build up my own shit where I don't need these niggas' facilities.
Yeah, because Netflix going on YouTube could easily like shut down the algorithm on them and be like, you know, we're not gonna push this as much as we would push one of our own creators.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. And like, to be honest, it's once you're on YouTube, the aim of any app is to stay on this app. Don't watch this and be like, hey, that good idea. Let me go over to Netflix.
Exactly.
You're supposed to go into a wormhole.
Netflix is for like longer format content consumption. YouTube, it's like you're watching a 20-minute video. Now you're gonna watch a 10-minute video. You might watch an 8-minute video, maybe a 5-minute video. Now you're on Reels.
Yo, I'll be watching 4 or 5 hour long video essays on YouTube, dog.
See, there's a range. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's for both. Like, you could watch YouTube for the short clips. I watch a lot of short 20 or 10 to 20 minute clips during the day, and then I'll watch Rotten Mangoes at night while I'm going to bed, and it's like 2 hours long.
Yeah, like how often are you on Netflix? That's like a once a day thing.
I'm never on Netflix.
I'm
always entertained.
Yeah, I'm only on Netflix if I'm with a girl. So
literally.
I'm just watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, so it's a different user behavior too. Like,
facts.
You go to Netflix for movies and documentaries and stuff like that, and you go to YouTube for podcasts, docs, and all of the other stuff too.
Everything else.
The only thing Netflix has is those binge-worthy shows that are exclusively on Netflix.
Yeah.
And that's when they'll have you for like 10 hours straight.
Yeah.
Where like a Breaking Bad or something, you know?
Or Love is Blind type shit.
But besides that, you're not really on Netflix more than a couple times a week.
And Netflix lost the Paramount deal as well.
Yeah.
And now Paramount has good shows too, low key. Like they have exclusive shows. They have their own like
But
network.
would you go to Paramount for a pod?
No.
Right? So it's kind of the same. It's like, I'm not going to Paramount for a pod. I'm not going to freaking Peacock or whatever to listen to a pod. So why would I go to Netflix? Like at first, think about it, when we first reported on this, were we saying it was a good idea? I don't remember.
No, I did not say
you weren't feeling the idea, right? Were you feeling the idea, Zara?
I was feeling the idea of us being on Netflix. But
Yeah, but like in hindsight now, once we've seen the smoke clear and you're seeing like how the rest of these pods are performing and how we're not seeing the clips, you know, I think we did good. They didn't invite us.
Yeah, we didn't have the option to say no, but
they because when it was first announced, Magnum didn't seem excited about it. There was no pizzazz in it. It's just like, yeah, guys, we're gonna be on Netflix from now on. Still, like, you know, like, like
Rory and Maul. I feel like they seemed a little bit excited. You know what I'm saying?
They posted on. When I checked, I didn't even see it on their feed. Like, one of them had it on their story. Maul didn't even have it on anywhere.
Yeah.
But I think when they dropped their first episode, Maul he posted something then, but probably like
Yeah.
obligatory.
Probably because the numbers were low. It's like, yo, you got to get more people here, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it wasn't like they were doing well on YouTube, but they weren't killing it. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like it's kind of like a rinsing money thing for Netflix, because I think the amount they're paying these shows is not going to be how much these shows are bringing in terms of users. I think it is more of just a market share psychological thing. You know?
Yeah.
And like, last thing I'll say,
Mhm.
I feel like them signing these deals, they're probably thinking, okay, we could get money now up front, but also we could still build. We're going to be on YouTube, We have our clippers, this, that. Now your clippers, anytime they try to even screen record, it goes black, bro. Like, that's insane. Now, whatever like potential reach you had is just only within the Netflix algorithm.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a good two-way thing, right? One, to keep people here, and maybe we'll get more users that way, but I don't think that's not how the world works right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. But yeah, salute to the Breakfast Club. Hopefully they'll be able to bounce back from whatever's going on over there with their IP. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.